I know that this is something that you want to talk about. You're really keen to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, thank you very much for having us here today. I definitely wanted to do this. I've had, as you mentioned, probably one of the toughest summers of my life. But I thought it was very important that I came here today and used my platform for something good. I consider myself quite a strong, determined and assured woman, but what I've been through took the wind out my sails.
Yeah.
And if it can happen to someone like me, who considers herself all those things,
Yeah.
I just wondered what was happening to everyone else. And if they were like me, and if they were scared to talk about what they were going through or ashamed to discuss their grief.
Yeah.
I don't want people to be scared of their grief. I don't want people to be ashamed or embarrassed. And I want to break down that taboo. I want her to talk about how we feel, and I want people to know it's okay to not be okay.
Just to explain to people who might not know, you're supporting the Sun's "You're Not Alone" campaign, and you've started writing a column for them. And the very first column was all about this. Basically, what we're talking about today is your lovely friend Paul.
Yep.
Died suddenly. You were with him the night before. You'd all gone out with friends. It was a completely normal night, and then he was found dead. Yeah. To have a friend whipped away like that in such awful circumstances, I can't imagine what any of us would feel like if that happened to us.
My personal trainer died like that. I was the last person he saw, and then he went back to his wife and went jogging, and he dropped down dead. And you keep seeing them, don't you?
I just don't think anything can prepare you for loss like that, especially when, like you say, it's dramatic and it's not anticipated. Paul was hilarious and warm and witty and just a truly amazing person.
He was known as Mr. Newcastle, wasn't he?
Yeah. Got Paul Burns, Mr. Newcastle, giving birth to charisma everywhere he went. He was fantastic. With someone who is so full of life and so vibrant, you never consider your life without them. So the shock of losing him was...
And he was only 37, wasn't he?
37 years old, Linda, yeah.
And where were you when you found out that he died?
We, like you mentioned, had all been out for a night out, and we'd made him a sort of little bit of a makeshift birthday because I'd missed his. I'd been in South Africa and he was over the moon. I remember coming home and actually tweeting, "I've got the best friends in the world, I'm so lucky." And looking back, I feel like I was given that one last night just as like a gift.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm a big girl.
Not at all.
And then the next day, Paul was famous for loving a night out, but never getting a hangover. He never struggled. So even if he'd had a wildest night out, the day after, he'd be the one in the group chat straight away making you laugh.
Yeah.
So when we didn't hear from him, we became concerned, and that quickly became suspicious. We started trying to find out who he'd been with the night before after he left us and went clubbing, and concerns grew and between my friends, and it was a phone call from one of our mutual friends, Emma, who let me know that he'd been found dead.
What was the reason?
His heart just stopped.
Sorry, I was going to say I've lost my dad, and my dad died of a heart attack.
So sorry.
No, I mean, it was a bit of a blur for me because the shock comes in a different way later on. How have you grieved? How's it transpired for you?
I suppose initially, like, it was, you don't know how to cope. Like, how do you... You
don't believe it, do you?
You don't want to believe it. You don't want to accept it. Like, we all got together, me and all the girls, and, like, we had this... We sort of went through, I suppose, all sorts of different ranges of grief, a full spectrum, like celebrating his life and toasting him and telling funny jokes that he told, anecdotes, but then crying. And then I was angry. Angry that I didn't get to say bye or that it was him because he didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
I just went through loads of different things.
And you've also said as well, I mean, you're getting married soon, well, soonish, because you postponed it because of everything that you were feeling and going through.
Didn't feel right to be planning something that's meant to be so happy when you don't feel happy.
Yeah.
And even worse, when you do feel happy,
Yes.
you feel guilt about being happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why should I be happy?
You've been through some really dark times, and you did turn to drink for a little while as well, didn't you?
I think rosé wine and chicken nuggets were probably my staple diet for a good couple of months.
Did you have therapy or anything like that?
As you know, I'm a huge advocate of therapy, of speaking out, of speaking to the Speakmans are my life coaches of choice.
Yeah.
But I haven't yet spoke to them. I've chosen to deal with it in different ways this time around. And I hope you don't think the things I'm going to say are my advice to anybody or me acting like an expert, because I'm not. I just wanted to say the 3 things that I found have helped me have some semblance of normality back in my life are acknowledging it.
Yeah.
For ages, I didn't want to accept that Paul was gone.
No.
I just wanted to get my head down and go to the gym and act like things were normal and expect him to keep walking in that door, popping up in group chat. Well, he's not going to. So acknowledge it. Don't let anyone say to you, pull yourself together.
Oh, no, that's
Yeah.
the worst.
No.
Or come on, it's going to be all right. Or time's a great healer. You don't need that. You're allowed to feel how you want to feel.
Yeah.
So feel it. Feel it.